You ever remember that short-lived TV show Catfish on MTV, where people are tricked into loving someone over the internet before finding out they didn't get what they bargained for? This, for me, was the perfect analogy to describe how F1 fans reacted to the changes to the qualifying system. I'm going to say this once and once only, dear viewers. Formula 1 doesn't give a flying fuck about what its drivers or fans want. The sooner you accept and realise this, the clearer conscience you have of the sport going forward. It's fair to say that Formula 1 has bigger issues than this. I get that. I totally understand why many fans have said this in the last few days. The race weekend format is one of the things that, to me, actually kind of works. So as much as a change seems kind of pointless, given how the sport actually works, did you really expect anything more to get done? Which, in case you're unaware, stuff did happen, given how the Halo closed cockpit talk got forwarded and will most likely now be refined for 2017 down the road. I have been the first person to speak out in favour of drastic changes in how F1 works. In my perfect world, I am Prime Minister, but on top of that, F1 rebalances the revenue system so that smaller teams get a bigger slice of the pie to help the sustainability and the general health of the grid. The odds of that actually ever happening? About the same as me sharing a bath with Jennifer Lawrence or King getting a date with Mikaela Shiffrin. Formula 1's democratic nature and the fact that majority support of an idea is nearly impossible to obtain means nothing major will ever get done. The bigger teams have every right to play their position and protect their slice, and it's not their problem if the smaller teams aren't competitive, because letting them get their way puts their position at risk. F1's been on a near perpetual state of being on a proverbial knife edge for 30 years now. This is nothing new. Just basic politics 101. Just ask Ryan King, who's editing this video right now. He studies political science at university. He's going to major in it this year and everything. So when you realise that on a large scale level nothing that seems realistic or fair will ever get sorted, it means you get little changes like this qualifying one to trick the fans into thinking their feedback is taken seriously, when we're probably better off with some kind of master plan. Hey, the fans are more involved now, they're getting the Driver of the Day award. Whoop-de-friggin' do. When Bernie Ecclestone, the figure that F1 fans love to hate, openly says on the BBC that F1 is too democratic, that should tell you a lot about their current situation and why fans are so easily frustrated at what on paper actually sound like solid ideas that could easily improve the sport being ignored for what many would call gimmicks. Now, I'm not saying that the fans' words are gospel either. If anything, the GPDA survey and its awkward variance of results proved last year that, if anything, we have no idea what we really want, balancing that tug-of-war between technological advancement and enhancing the show via any means necessary. And like that catfish you talk to on the other side of the screen, you get emotional over it, even when there's doubts there, because you still hope that the golden carrot of change will come one day, and you get justification for your fandom, despite things not going your way. These kind of moments easily appeal to a very masochistic F1 audience that almost hates the very concept of change, but will keep watching regardless. From dominance of teams or engine change rules, or any time the word downforce is mentioned. That emotional investment leads to your F1 Twitter timeline going haywire and irrational when what happens is something you don't like. Bring that all together, and you get an awful mess, which ironically is a nice way of describing the F1 decision-making process. And an episode of Catfish. So let me be that good friend who knows you better than you do sometimes. We as F1 fans don't matter. The girl on the other side of the keyboard isn't what you think she is. And the sooner we all accept this, the sooner we can go outside and smell the coffee.